Hello students of Standard 10th. Welcome to DAV Moyle Public School. I am your English teacher Jagruti Meshra. Let's begin our today's online session of English. Today we will start with a poem, A Tiger in the Zoo. In this poem you will come across many difficult words. Here are their meanings. Stalks, follows. Vivid, bright colored. Pads, paws of tiger. Rage, anger. Lurking, to be hidden as to wait for your prey. Snarling, warning sounds made by animals. Bearing, uncovered. Fangs, sharp tooth of animals. Concrete, buildings made of bricks, cement, sand and water. Patrolling, to guard, to vigil. Let us start with the poem A Tiger in a Zoo by Leslie Norris. Let us read the first stanza. He stalks in his vivid strips the few steps of his cage on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. The poet has tried to explain about the condition of animals that are caged by human beings for their own fun. Here, the poet says that the tiger that is confined in the zoo moves around in the cage under his bright colored skin. He further says that tiger can take only a few steps because the cage is small and it is not easy to move in it. One cannot hear his footsteps because he has very soft feet like velvet, because of which there is no sound of tiger's footsteps. The tiger tries to control his anger by quietly walking in the limited area of his cage. He is angry because he is not free. Let us read the second stanza. He should be lurking in shadows, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. The poet says that if this tiger was free, he would have hid himself behind the long grass near the water bodies so that he could easily catch a deer in order to have it as its food. Basically, the poet wants to say that the actual life of tiger is to live in jungle where he could catch his prey and eat it, but the tiger in the cage cannot do so. Let us see the third stanza. He should be snaring around houses at the jungle's edge, baring his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. The poet says that if the tiger would have been free, he would have been snared around the houses located at the outskirts of the forest. He would terrorize people with his sharp tooth and claws. This would create fear among the people living in the village. Let us see the fourth stanza. But he is locked in a concrete cell, his strength behind bars, stalking the length of his cage, ignoring visitors. Now the poet comes to the reality of the tiger, that it is inside the cage. He says that the tiger is confined into a strong cell which is made up of strong building material. He further says that as the tiger is behind bars, so his furiousness is also behind the bars. He just stalks in the cage. He never tries to terrorize the visitor because his power is restricted by the cage. Therefore, he never tries to terrorize the visitors as he cannot attack them. Let us see the last stanza. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. The poet says that It is the night. The tiger hears the sound of patrolling cars. Patrolling cars are the vehicles of police which are used to guard at night. So, in the night, the tiger hears the sounds of these cars. He then stares at the shining stars with his shining eyes. The poet wants to say that the tiger is sad as he is confined in the cage, so he cannot do anything. Therefore, he stares at the stars in the night and tries to divert his thought towards them. The poet has explained what his life could be if he had been a free animal. Here also he has explained the condition of animals that are caged by human beings for their own fun. Let us see the literary device of this poem. The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABCB. Personification, metaphor and alliteration are the figure of speech used in the poem. The tiger is personified because the poet refers him as he. Tiger's paws are compared with velvet, pads of velvet. Use of sound P at the start of two words, plum pass. Let us quickly recapitulate the poem. The poem begins with a description of a tiger that is very beautiful and is walking in his little cage. He has beautiful strips on his skin and has velvet-like soft paws. But the tiger is not happy and is quite angry about being confined in the cage. The poet says that if the tiger was not confined to the zoo cage, he would have been hiding himself behind the long grass near some water body in order to catch its prey, that is the deer. Also, he would have terrorized the residents of the villages around the forest area. But the reality is totally opposite to this. He was confined in a jail which was made up of strong building material, and he was helpless there. He could not show his power to the visitors, therefore never tried to terrorize them. The tiger is described as being powerless and agonized by the poet. He says that during night only he is alone, hearing the voice of the patrolling vehicles of police and looking at the stars. The cage life has totally changed the tiger's personality. The poet is trying to say that the animal which is famous for its fearlessness and freedom is confined and sad due to the human beings who want to deprive pleasure by looking at him in the zoo cage. Dear students, based on today's poem, here is a short assignment for you. Have a nice day. Thank you.